Lysander, roger, Bowser crossing the departure end, I'll call you. And Lysander, land your discretion on 24 graphs, the instant wind 220 degrees, 5 knots.
Okay, clear land, Lysander.
Okay, ready. Right, you with me again, yeah?
Yeah, I'm with you again, ready to go.
So as you can hear, there's quite a lot of wind noise on that microphone, so if we do have a problem talking to each other, just got to try and put the microphone out of the wind. Okay?
You like that?
That's the one, you got it. That's not to say you can't turn your head or anything, I'm just saying, if we can't talk to each other easily, just put your head back central again to chat, alright?
Yeah, no problem.
Righty-ho. Power checks here while we've got the chocks in because the aeroplane hasn't got any brakes. No Tiger Moth's got brakes.
In the northern circuit, I believe there is
40
in the Falmey circuit. The QFE here 1021.
QFE 1021 and copy the traffic. So, Echo Kilo. And switching back to Palmyra on 135.705.
Copy, Echo Kilo, thanks for the call.
Information, Classic Wings 5, hello again, 2 on board, local to the west, 30 minutes, request taxi, effort information.
Wings 5, ducted information, hello again, taxi holding point Bravo for runway 24 grass, QNH 1026.
Bravo 24 grass, QNH 1026, Classic Wings 5.
Harbour Chair, thank you. Could we get fuel, please?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, ready, let's go.
So as you can see you can't, and your view is better than mine.
Not as noisy as I thought. I thought it'd be more noisy.
Not yet it's not, no. We're only taxiing.
Wing 6, rejoin for 24 left hand circuit, the QFE is 1021.
24 left hand, 1021, I'll join down with taxi, Wing 6.
Wings 5, ready for departure.
Wings 5, roger, report lined up.
Okay, Wings 5. Right, are you ready then?
Yeah, ready.
Onto the
Looking
runway.
forward to it.
Okay.
And Classic Wings 5, take off your discretion, 24 grass, instant wind 250 degrees, 5 knots.
2 for grass, Classic Wings 5, thanks. Right, here we go then.
Let's go. What a beauty.
So just rest your right arm on your right leg, and very gently just hold the stick between your thumb and your first 3 fingers, and then ignore all the instruments inside and look outside the aeroplane straight ahead. Yeah, so where you see the distant horizon, it's not a very good horizon today, but where you see the distant horizon cutting the aircraft, this is what we want to come back to each time, okay, because this is what we call the normal picture, so we're not climbing and we're not descending. So if I want to make the aeroplane nose go down, what I'm going to do, very gently, I'm just going to ease the stick forward with a little tiny bit of pressure. So here we go, tiny pressure, and the nose goes down. Okay? I'm going to bring it back to the normal picture now, there we go. So if I want to make the nose go up in the world, then I bring the stick towards me with a little tiny bit of pressure. So here we go by bringing the nose up. So just stick back a little tiny bit and you see the nose begin to rise.
Yeah, I got that.
So in both those situations, the nose, if I relax the pressure, the nose stays in its new position. So to get it down again, obviously I need to go forwards a little tiny bit, get it in the right place, then centralise the stick once more. So that's pitch forwards and backwards on the stick. The side-to-side movement does roll. So if I move the stick to the left a little tiny bit and hold it there, here we go, then the aeroplane rolls to the left. And the angle gets steeper and steeper until I centralise the stick, and once again it stays at that bank angle while I've got the stick central. To move the stick to the right now, move it to the right, wait for the wings to get level, then centralise the stick once more.
Right, I got you.
We're not going to worry too much about our feet today, so we're not going to worry about the pedals. But just to say that depending on how much we move the stick, obviously doesn't then dictate where the roll stops, for example, but how quickly it all happens. So I'm going to move the stick a lot more to the right this time.
Yeah.
And you'll see that the aeroplane rolls a bit quicker, but it's still going to stop when we centralise stop. So here we go, stick to the right. Alright.
Yeah,
and centralise the stick once more. So you want to be nice and gentle to start with, okay? So that we control the aeroplane nice and sedately. So you haven't got to grip the stick hard. The aeroplane wants to fly. In fact, I've let go of the stick now. This is the aeroplane just flying itself. So all we have to do is very gently guide it around the sky.
I got it.
Okay, so you've got hold of the stick, yeah?
Yeah, I've got control.
Alright, look outside, you've got control. There we go. So just keep the wings level for the moment and the nose in the right, correct place on the horizon, that's it. So my hands are outside waving just to prove you're flying the aeroplane, alright?
It's very, very easy on the control.
It is.
I pick that up immediately.
Yep, it is really easy.
You've just got to be gentle with it.
Very gentle, that's it. So let's have a little turn to the left then, off you go.
Taxi holding point Alpha runway 240Q, FE is 1021.
Keep it coming round, that's fine. And a little turn to the right, then off we go.
Yeah.
Wings level there again. Okay.
Seems straightforward enough.
That's it. Just do a little bit of a jink to the left. Let's turn left a little tiny bit to head off where we need to be going. That's it. Good. So how'd you learn to fly during the war?
Yeah.
You learned to fly in one of these aeroplanes, and you would be expected to fly this all by yourself, taking off and landing included after about 7 hours.
Seriously? Mind you, there was a high loss of pilots in the first stage of the war, so they had to do that.
Yeah, so just right there and taxi 2 holding point Bravo, is it, for the graph?
I remember hearing stories that some pilots...
Say again, sorry?
I said I remember hearing stories that some pilots only had about 10 hours in space when they went into the Battle of Britain.
Oh yeah. Well, after the Tiger, you then got about 20 hours on a Tiger, another 15 hours on a Harvard, then you got thrown the Spitfire handbook one evening, told to go home and read it, come in the next day, jump in the aeroplane and get on with it. Because they were all single seat, of course.
Yeah. And we're losing too many pilots.
Yeah. So we're off to have a look at an old airfield called Bassingbourn. Have you heard of the Memphis Belle?
Yeah, I know Bassingbourn.
Alright, so Bassingbourn's where it was based. Do you live around here?
No, I grew up in Bedford, but I live in London now.
Okay.
But I studied the Second World War in depth, so I know a lot about the aircraft.
Ah, okay, right.
It's lovely to fly.
Yeah, it's a nice aeroplane, yeah. It's the rudder is a little bit more awkward because it's an all-moving surface.
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of getting used to the rudder, which is why we tend not to worry too much for it in people on their first flight if they've not flown anything at all before.
No, I've not flown anything. I've jumped out of things, but not flown.
Yeah. Okay, I've got control just for a second.
Okay, you've got control.
Down on the right-hand side, just under the nose, this is what's left of Bassingbourn. On the right-hand side, that's it.
Oh yeah.
So you see the little square white control tower there. Obviously the runways were a lot longer than they used to be. And what looks like, to the right-hand wing, a big green grass runway with a roundabout in the middle, that wasn't a runway. That's the driveway that leads up to the country mansion at the far end. It's some driveway.
So that's all that's left of it?
And underneath is all that's left of Bassingbourn, yeah.
Such a shame that we've lost so much.
Yeah, we'll turn around and go the other way. So it's an army barracks now. So that's all that's left.
How long was the airfield there?
How long was the airfield there?
Yeah, when it was...
I've got no idea. Obviously, it was probably built for the Second World War. Lots of airfields were built for the Second World War.
Good.
Alright, you've got control again.
Okay.
There you go.
I have control.
Straight ahead. So we're heading eastbound at the moment, so Doxter's off on the right-hand side about 1 o'clock. A little bit hazy at the moment. On the left-hand side of the nose, in the distance, will be Cambridge.
So we're heading back, sort of, so to speak.
Well, we're heading back just north of Doxter at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, I must admit, most of the controls in the cockpit here are fairly easy to understand, so I can see we're heading east, I can see what knots we're doing, the RPMs, altitude, and obviously I'm not sure what that displays for the left and right turn.
Well, one is a slip indicator and one is a rate of turn indicator.
Okay.
So the bottom one, which is the rate of turn, a rate 1 turn equates to 3 degrees per second change of heading. Yep, so it's 180 degrees in 1 minute is a rate 1 turn. And the one at the top, the slip indicator, that tells us whether we're flying pointy end first into the airflow.
Oh, okay.
Because if I have control for a second, I can still fly in a straight line, but I can actually fly with the aeroplane cocked off. So this is also flying in a straight line. Here we go.
I'm with you.
All right.
I'm with you.
So
You're using the foot pedals, right?
yeah, so different controls. You can see the slip indicator is saying a lot to the left there, yeah?
Yeah, I see that, 20.
Okay, so obviously that's not a very efficient way to fly because we've got all the airflow hitting the side of the aircraft. so keeping the slip indicator in the middle means that we're actually flying nice and efficiently, pointy end first in the direction we're going. So you've got control again, there you go.
I've got control. So yeah, thanks for explaining that. But yeah, not a very efficient way to fly, no.
No, that's right. We use it to our advantage in this aeroplane because we don't have any flaps to come into land, so if we want to lose height quickly, we can use that technique to present the side of the aeroplane to the airflow that creates lots of drag. That means we descend quite quickly.
So it's basically, you use it like a windbreak.
Yeah, that's right.
Very good.
Okay, let's come left a little bit. Just avoid this village under the nose here, keep coming left. Wings level there, that's fine.
Got Sierra Yankee, report file.
Sierra Yankee.
So on the left of the nose you can probably see a big green area with some white buildings. That's Cambridge Airport.
Oh, I see, yeah.
That's it.
We got to avoid that technically, haven't we?
Okay, let's come to the right a little bit then. Little airstrip down on the right hand side here, just to the right of the nose, grass strip, wings level again now. That's called Little Shelford.
Never heard of that one.
No. It's just a private farm strip, that's all.
Alright, I got you. So there are many little airfields like that.
Yeah, there's quite a lot around, yeah.
Sierra Yankee, final.
Runway, touch and go, your discretion is 2 degrees, 5
It's an absolute treat to fly. So easy with the controls.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just getting into the cloud a little bit, so let's gently ease the nose forwards and come down slightly. No, that's fine. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. All good. Round to the right a little bit now. So the pilot learning syllabus, Learn to Fly, is actually a well-structured syllabus. It was invented in the Second World War actually, and it sort of hasn't changed over the years because it's so well proven. So it's all very structured in the way that you're taught and the way that you do things and the order of the things that you need to learn.
Okay. How many lessons does it take roughly to learn?
Well, there's a minimum requirement of a minimum of 45 hours of training. So that's before you can get a license. And then obviously at the end of the course, that's the minimum, okay, because at the end of the course there's the driving test, for want of a better word. That's 2.5 hours in the air with an examiner putting you through your paces. There's also 9 written exams that you have to undertake too. 9, learn all the theory knowledge between for various different bits and pieces of different subjects, and there's written exams on those subjects, 9 of them that you have to pass as well. Okay. But the training organisation that you use, they they've got all that covered. They'll put you in point you in the right direction. We run an online grad school system that you basically is nice and graphical and colourful and nice and easy to learn with practice tests and stuff like that.
Sounds fairly straightforward.
Yeah. You need a medical as well. If you're in general good health, that's not a problem.
As far as I know, I am.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, round you go to the right. That's it, wings level again. So just lower the nose a little bit. So when you turn, you have to try and keep the nose in the same place on the horizon as well.
Yeah, I'll lift it up a bit then.
Yeah, got it.
24, runway 21, touching down, your discretion 230 degrees 8 knots. The M11 we're just going over.
Yeah, I'll just go down it, funny enough.
Okay, so I've got control again. Control. So we'll have a look at this steep turn round to the left. This is one of the exercises that you learn how to do. We have a good look around first, and then we do a steep turn. The little flip we got at the end was our own slipstream.
That was our own slipstream, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. Do you like roller coasters?
Yeah, I don't mind it. Don't do them too much now, I'm a bit older.
We'll have a couple of gentle things then. Here we go. Down to the left and up and over to the right, nice and gently.
No problem.
Degrees 8 knots.
That was good. The view was fantastic.
Go and have a look and see how many people have got swimming pools in this village, shall we?
I shouldn't think there's too many, would there?
You'll be surprised. Quite a lot of people have got swimming pools these days.
What, outdoor ones?
There's a couple around here that's almost every other house, so yeah. Right, I've just got to make a call on the radio, hang on.
No problem.
Holding plate Delta, there will be traffic touch and going on the grass.
Holding Delta.
Crosswind 5, 3 miles to the southwest, rejoin.
Crosswind 5, rejoin for 24 left hand, circular QFE 1021, circuit is active with 2 engines.
2 left and 1 through 21, roger, we'll join down with Crosswind 5. Just come back down, Doctor's just to the right of the nose. We're going to join downwind, which means we're going to go in the opposite direction to what we took off. Then we're going to do a left before we get to the village, and then go back into land, alright?
Yeah, no problem. I can see Duxford from here in the airfield.
That's the one, yeah.
Grass, the instant wind is 3 correction 240 degrees 8. Mike Duxford, hello, we're on runway 24 with a QNH of 1026.
Runway 24, QNH 1026, Charlie Echo, Mike.
Crosswinds 5, downwind.
Crosswinds 5, report final.
Crosswinds 5.
There is 2, well, one ahead actually, a company system. On final. FF24, roger, one touching going on the grass, I'll call you. Correction, that class only 5, there is a company Cessna just on short final.
Traffic against 5, Crosswinds 5, we'll go behind.
Hotel Oscar, continue hold there, just got one more to land on the grass.
That's where it's 5, final contact 1 on.
That's 5, okay. The instant wind 260 degrees 5 knots, runway 24 aft. Suspect just getting airborne, land at your discretion.
24 right ground, degrees 5.
Taxi past holding point Delta, taxi to parking.
There we go.
Thank you very much, it was beautiful.
No problem.